Welcome to Financial Statement Analysis. I'm Jeff Abarbanel. In this course, you're going to learn how to use financial statements to understand businesses and to make decisions. I've been at the University of North Carolina since 1998, and I'd like to tell you a little bit about how I got here. I was an undergraduate at the University of Illinois in Champaign-Urbana when I decided I would become an accounting major. And I went through 2 or 3 years of training before I took a job at Price Waterhouse. Now, before I actually worked my first day, I came home one day and my father asked me to look at the financial statements of the company that he was working for. He wanted to know whether or not stock options that were provided were of the kind of value that he was thinking they might be. And I picked up the financial statements and opened them up, and for the life of me, I had no idea what to do. I had spent 2 years learning how to construct a set of financial statements and understand the rules that you use to do that. But I had actually never read from cover to cover a set of financial statements, and I didn't even know where to begin to look. So I, of course, faked it, said a lot of technical things and used vernacular, and once he was sufficiently confused, I walked away and he no longer had an interest in hearing my knowledge of accounting. Once I started working at Price Waterhouse, I began to learn a little bit about the process of putting together financial statements and what goes into it from both an internal and an external perspective. Later, I became interested in more academic topics, so I decided I would go back to school. And I went back to the University of Pennsylvania, where I received a master's degree. I became interested in economics at that point and decided to continue my education until I received a PhD at the Wharton School of the University of Pennsylvania. My first job was as an assistant professor at the University of Michigan. I went there to teach a course that was different from financial statement analysis, but as it turned out, there was an opening in that course, and I decided to take it. I was fortunate because I wound up learning from one of the best mentors that anyone could have for financial statement analysis. His name was Vic Bernard, and he's also written a textbook. Most of the time, I would sit in class and learn what I was supposed to teach the next day. Things have changed a little bit, and I've gotten a little better at the subject, and in fact, developed my own style. And you'll see some of the idiosyncratic things that I do in the class that you won't find in other courses. Over time, I have taught at Wharton and the University of California at Berkeley and Columbia University. So I've seen a lot of different types of students and learned a lot from that experience. I was also able to work with another guru of financial statement analysis, Stephen Penman. Those experiences have been useful in both pedagogy, theory, and in research. And I'd like to bring some of that to you in teaching this course. Now, the best way to succeed in this course is basically to keep up with the materials. It's designed so that as you go along, if you understand each subject, you will be in a position to answer questions at your sync sessions, and later, when it comes time for examinations, you should be prepared to use all the notes that you take and put them to use on a final exam. I want you to make use also of your colleagues. There'll be times when you're assigned individual tasks to do, but most of the time you will have an opportunity to talk to your fellow students, and they can be probably the most important input into what you learn from financial statement analysis. So let's get started.